Welcome to this audiocast, a brush-up on team teaching. Why? Why do we give you this offer? The reason is that we have got the impression, on the basis of your evaluations, that what we showed you at Ebeltoft didn't give you a real impression of the full potential of this activity. So that is what it's all about on the next 10-11 slides. Let's start with the idea of team teaching. It is first of all to make the students responsible and take ownership of the teaching. To make them commit themselves to one and other. And to be sure that large amount of text, many pages, are consumed and digested. And if the texts are very long or the articles are very long, a good activity, a good basis for the consumption and digestion is the puzzle, an activity you also met the last time, and Annika is going to give you a brush-up presentation on this one as well. There are so many benefits connected to team teaching. First of all, it ensures a high level of student activity and student involvement. It is not easy for the individual student to hide, so to speak. They will have to contribute. The small groups we are working in the framework of team teaching, encourages small group discussions. And this is a fact of life, and I'm sorry to say, I've met that 1,000 times during my very long time as a teacher. When we commit the students to themselves, or let them commit them to themselves, they show much more solidarity as in case of the teacher. It's not interesting to be solidary with the teacher because he gets his money for teaching. But it is kind of embarrassing for many students not to be prepared, not to contribute when fellow students have the responsibility. And also taking turns at being responsible for the teaching boosts the teacher's learning. You might remember from our discussions the last time in Ebeltoft that when you teach, you learn better than in all other contexts. So let's look at the setup once again. The class is divided into fixed groups, not more than 5 persons per group, and that has to happen at the beginning of the term. You could use the existing student groups. If possible, do. And if not, then let the students choose 1 or 2 persons they'd like to work with, and then take their choices into consideration when you form the groups, because that's your task then. And don't forget to tell the students about all the traps of team teaching, group work, team work. Let them understand that there will be some hurdles to get over, and tell them that you are available for solving or helping to solve some of the problems that will pop up. Preparing class. Before class, the students have to take turns at being responsible for class discussions. And a couple of days before a given deadline, the group responsible has to hand in the questions and exercises the group plans to let the other people in the class work on and work with. You as a teacher then have to accept the questions, ask for changes. You could also hold a short meeting with the team to clear up errors and ambiguities. After this is done, The questions are uploaded onto the internet or otherwise distributed to all the other students, and then they have to prepare themselves for the class individually, or even better, in their groups, or even better, both. During class, one, perhaps two members of the team responsible join a group to lead the discussion in that group. And the group as such then selects a rapporteur, and he or she has to take notes and, together with the discussion leader, be responsible for keeping a record of the work the group has done. You should let the group decide by themselves which media they would like to use when they report back. And your tasks during class. You have to move around and listen to the discussions, not least if you plan to wrap up the work. Then you might find some clues as to what to say at the end of class. You must also be available for answering questions, if needed of course. And the important thing here is that you are there, but you do not play an active role in the students' group work. They work themselves. But of course you now and then have to intervene. If activity drops, if disagreements occur, and so on and so forth, and both will happen. Trust me. At the end of class and after class, if needed, you, the teacher, or the group responsible, wrap up the outcome of the discussions at the end of the class. Then the individual groups, the rapporteurs, upload their reports. And now the team responsible writes a summary of all contributions. And this summary, of course, is also uploaded onto the intranet. This is a sort of visualization of the whole process. Before class, during class, and after class. And if you want to use this activity when teaching yourselves, you could use this as a sort of checklist so that you are sure that you get through all the various steps in the best way. As I said at the beginning, this is a very, very good way of consuming text, making the students active. But of course, there is quite a lot of infrastructural questions here, and Rome was not built in one day. So try it, not only one time, but stick to it. And I'm pretty sure that you will get some very good results, learning results amongst the students. Good luck and have fun.